We're good to go. Uh, Good morning, everyone. I'm Don Miller. I am the Assistant Director and Senior Business Counselor for the Veterans Business Outreach Center located here in Norfolk. Uh, and our VBOC obviously covers all of Virginia and West Virginia. We teach the Boots to Business classes at all of the bases here in Virginia and at the Reserve Centers over in West Virginia. So we've got a lot of bases to cover. We're going to be teaching our two-day entrepreneurship 60 times this year. And so it's a lot at us. But as I think most of you know, everything that we do for you is free. We're under the Small Business Administration. Cheryl Lynn and myself are veterans, retired Navy, and also business owners. So we've been through it. We know what it's like. We've got the scars to prove it. But we're here to help you. We want you to be successful in your business. We're very fortunate. We have a Navy veteran that is a small business accountant and an expert on QuickBooks. And even if you don't use QuickBooks for your business, you'll see the different things that you will need for accounting for your business. And it's critical. It is critical. And Naseem is, like I said, she's a veteran. She's been teaching this class and she updates it every time QuickBooks comes out with their annual updates. She's fantastic. We're very lucky to have her. She volunteers her time to do this for you, to teach this class for you folks. So you're going to benefit from all the knowledge that she's going to bring to you today. And in the meantime, if anything comes up afterwards and you need to get in touch with the Veterans Business Outreach Center, please do. It's kind of crazy. We're coming up to the holidays, but I will be working right up to, I have to actually teach a Navy-wide Boots to Business class on the 22nd and 23rd virtually, which is kind of crazy that close to Christmas, but the Navy wants to do it. And so I'm here to serve. With that, Naseem, I'm going to turn this over to you. And folks, you're going to get a really good education today from Naseem. Yeah.
Hi guys, so my name is Naseem Matteson and I own a small company called the Small Business ABCs. I do accounting, bookkeeping, and consulting for small businesses, and 80% of my clientele is veterans or active duty or military spouses. So as I am a military spouse, I'm a veteran also. I was in the Navy. I did 4 years, met my husband, and he just retired years ago. He did 22 years. So, and so we were in Virginia Beach, but to Gloucester, Virginia. That's where I do all work remotely for my clients, and I'm a Pro Advisor. I've been QuickBooks Pro Advisor for almost 10 years now, and I've been working in accounting field for 15 years. I'm full charge bookkeeper, accountant. I can get all your accounting needs done so that you can take your profit and loss and balance sheet reports yearly to your CPA. That would help them to file your taxes. I'm not a CPA, so I don't file taxes, but I do everything up to that point that the CPA can take my reports and file your taxes without any issues. I provide QuickBooks classes, one-on-one training, or monthly QuickBooks services for payroll and accounting. So this is about me, but I would like to know if each attendee in this class, what are they going for, what type of business, because QuickBooks Online can accommodate so many businesses, and it's can be customized per your needs, because QuickBooks has desktop version and QuickBooks Online versions, and now they have 4 tiers in QuickBooks Online. So it's a lot of information, and I don't want to bore you because, you know, if it's not pertaining to any of you guys, like if you are, you know, different type of business, then it's just pointless to just go over all this information and not knowing what type of businesses you're going in and how you're going to utilize QuickBooks for your business. So if or first I can just go over the types of QuickBooks Online and what you can expect out of each subscription. And then, you know, if you have questions, you can mention your business and then we can, you know, answer those that way. So let's see. So in this slides, I just jotted down a few things, but mostly to give you an idea that how many subscription and how they can help you if you have a small business or if you have, you know, a couple users that you want to give access to, which type of subscription you're looking for. And some pricing on payroll and QuickBooks Online, they have just recently changed their pricing. They have increased it, so I had to go and grab the newest pricing. So hopefully, you know, it all makes sense. So the first one is QuickBooks Online Simple Start, which is, you know, as the name mentions, Simple Start. It's for, you know, self-employed or LLC that they have, you know, minimum just one person LLC and no complicated reportings and no payroll, just simple invoicing once a month or, you know, monthly invoicing you can do. You can track your income and expenses. You can capture, organize receipts because all QuickBooks Online, they are on mobile and you can take a picture of your receipt and it was that receipt into your accounting software. So you can organize receipts. It's one of my favorite thing about QuickBooks Online that you don't have to be stuck in one on desk or, you know, just doing your bookkeeping. You can do it anywhere you have web access, anywhere you have your phone Wi-Fi going. You can do your bookkeeping on the go. So you can, you know, figure out your profit and loss that would maximize your tax deductions. You can invoice and accept payments. For accepting payments, it's usually a third-party app from QuickBooks Merchant account, and you have to get an account with them. It's usually they charge 2.9. If you have a pro advisor on your side, you can get a wholesale discounted. So they give you, you know, less fees would be charged out of your income. And that's how you can get that account. And I do offer wholesale discounts because I'm a QuickBooks Pro advisor. So if you're looking at something like that, you can send me an email and I can get you all squared away with that. Then you can have basic reports. You can send estimates via email through QuickBooks Simple Start. You can have up to one user and up to two accountants, like a bookkeeper and a CPA, access to your QuickBooks Online file, where they can, you know, they can view and they can get their reporting out, whatever they need to file your tax return, and they can access at their own time. They don't have to ask for, you know, you send them an invite and then they have access 24/7 to your file. And then you don't have to lug the boxes of receipts or anything. You can electronically send documents that to them, or they can access it through your QuickBooks Online software. So that's the main QuickBooks Online Simple Start. The next one is QuickBooks Online Essential, which has all the Simple Start, but a little bit more. You can manage your bills. You can pay your bills online. And now they just recently have this third-party app. Another my favorite thing about QuickBooks Online software is that they have the ability to have third-party apps attached to your QuickBooks Online where you can do invoicing separately. Let's say you have Square payments, you have a third-party app like paying bills, so you can connect to your QuickBooks Online and it will work seamlessly, throughout your QuickBooks Online. You can reconcile, it will send transactions electronically. So it makes your life easier as far as the time goes, and you can save some time there. You can set up recurring transactions in QuickBooks Essential. It handles multiple currencies. You can track time for your contractors or employees. You can have unlimited users for time tracking, which is like, let's say you hired 10 people and they need to send you timesheets electronically. You'll give them access to your QuickBooks app or software to them so they can do electronically. And so then you can have unlimited of time tracking. That is up to 3 users. You can have, additional to your 3 users where you're a bookkeeper and you can have admin, you can have CPAs. Beside that, you can have unlimited users for time tracking. You can track billable hours for customers. So it gets a little, higher level, like if you have, you're charging clients, you're sending them invoice, but you're saying we have 5 people worked on this job and these are their billable hours, so they can see if they need that kind of tracking, or they require that we need, to see your timesheets, how many people work, what was their rates. So you can track billable hours by customer in QuickBooks Online Essential software. You can have up to 40 standard reports. It's really my go-to recommendation for, small business they're having multiple invoices a month and they have employees. They want to, start a mid-level accounting software where they can get all their needs accomplished. Then the third level is QuickBooks Online Plus, which has everything Simple Start and Essential, plus more. You can have unlimited users for reports only. You can have purchase orders. You can have class and location tracking, which is so beneficial if you have a couple locations and you want to track their profit and loss per location or per classes. You can set up, like, let's say we have admin department, then we have engineering department, and then we have labor or certain departments. You can name them in the classes, and then you can organize your profit and loss per class. So then you know what each class is making, where are you losing money, where are you making money, which location is profitable, which location is more costly. So that's a really huge feature, and it's very helpful for organizing and cash flow and, further in the accounting decisions you're going to make. And it has tracking inventory. So if you have a business that you make, different types of items and you want to track inventory, so that's your go-to software subscription for those things. You can inventory bundles. You can have projects in there. You can have prepare 1099s. You can have budgets. You can have two-sided items, like let's say I sell, like an item that is, I sell for this and I buy it from whatever company for this much. So that's the two-sided items. You can have access of 5 users in your QuickBooks, Online Plus. More reports. You can project profitability, all included in this third tier. Then we have QuickBooks Advanced, which is now you can have access to up to 25 users. It has all the, paying bill. The reporting is huge. They have all the cash flow, budgeting, any report you can imagine, they have it in this. You can do bulk invoicing. You can customize the user permissions. You can have 5 users. Then you can have the services called Priority Circle membership, where you have, you call them, you get a American person, English speaking person right away on your phone call and provide you support. You don't have to wait for hours. So you get a Priority Circle membership right there. You can have a specialized QuickBooks training, and now QuickBooks has just recently started a bookkeeper option live, where you can click it and this live bookkeeper would come on and would help you with your any needs that you have within your QuickBooks Online file. They can access, they can view it, they can help you click here, do this, or what is this for? And they can guide you through your, any issues you're having. So that's the latest QuickBooks just started. So that's a really nice feature. It helps clients right away, like they don't have to wait till, get into their CPAs or bookkeepers, like wondering how or when to do. They can contact the live bookkeeper option. Then I put just a little overview on how QuickBooks Pro Advisor can get you 30% discount on the regular pricing, and how if you don't get the bookkeeper or Pro Advisor paying for your services, then you can pay it on your own. But if you go through me, then I can put you the discount for, for 12 months, 30%, but then you have to pay the regular price. But if you go under my discount, that would be 30% ongoing for life of the software you're gonna keep. So Simple Start is regular $25, Essential is $50 a month, Plus is $80 a month, and then Advanced is $180 a month. And with discounts, as you can see, 30% off of the regular pricing. And then this is just for the QuickBooks subscription for your accounting. And if you have payroll, then you can add the core, premium, or elite. Of course, they have core is you have to release your payroll. You can set up your employees, and you can set up your payroll taxes paying online electronically within your QuickBooks file. So that's that. And premium is you have more reporting, you get HR help, you get timesheets. And then elite is like they have a full service payroll department on your tips of your fingers, like contact HR department. You can contact any of the labor laws, they have that. They provide, they hook you up with the insurances, like if you have, workers' comp. It's all built in your elite payroll services, that you have access to all this, and you would not pay payroll tax liability if so you pay your taxes, and if you have any mistakes or you miss any deadlines, or because they do it for you full service, you just have to release the time, the payroll, like set up your employees, say this is how much it is for this week or bi-weekly. You can and rely on elite, and they'll take care of this. Is full service, white glove services they provide for payroll. That's my total favorite, because payroll is something you do not want to play around with. It is very crucial to pay the employees on time and the taxes to the IRS or state services on time. Otherwise, there are so many penalties and late charges that will just drown your business. So I always recommend Elite if you have, more than 5 employees, then you know that you are giving paid time off, you have fringe benefits. It's all taken care of by the Elite. You can do the same thing in Premium, but you don't have the on your call HR and payroll people, setting up for you. So you get a dedicated person for your payroll services. So this is all the features if you want to get the QuickBooks Online, payroll, what we do for, a day-to-day basis. I can show you. So if you want to look at, you want to have the feel that what does this QuickBooks Online look like? So if you type in Google, say, QuickBooks QBO sample company, you will come up with a test drive. It's Craig's landscaping business. Trying to log in here so I can show you real quick. And let me know if you can see. So it's Craig's Design and Landscaping Services. So this is the sample company. You can play around. You can see on the left of this file, you have dashboard. This is what we're seeing right now. It shows you the whole picture of your company set up. You have banking, where you can connect your bank accounts to your QuickBooks file, where all the transactions will be coming in automatically whenever they hit the bank account. And then you can have credit cards the same way. You can connect credit cards. You guys able to see my screen?
Naseem, no, we're still looking at the slide. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Let's see, how do we do this? Content. Right here. All right, you should be able to see the, first I'm going to go to dashboard again. Now, do you see it? Okay, good. So this is the sample company, as I was mentioning. Anybody can find this on Google. You type in QBO sample company, or you can type in Craig's Design and Landscaping Services. QuickBooks will show up, and this is how you can get the feel of before you want to purchase. You want to see how your accounting will work, how the bookkeeping will go. So this is the dashboard where you can see the whole picture, money in, money out, how your accounting reports, and then the banking, where you connect your bank accounts. Huh? And this is where you connect your checking account, savings account. You can connect your PayPal account here. You can a credit card. Let's say you have a business credit card that you want to reconcile to bring the expenses into your QuickBooks file. Connect your credit card account here, where they'll send transactions, and you'll so the beginning would be you purchase the QuickBooks file, you set up your accounting on your you click on the gear icon there. This is where you set up your company type, business name, address. So this will create your profile for your company. Then you would create chart of accounts. And once you go through the profile, QuickBooks would generically find a chart of account for your type of company. And then you can make the chart of accounts this way, like you have accounts receivable, you have other current assets. So make sure this is very crucial, because if you set up your chart of account correctly, then your reporting would look correctly and come out, it's supposed to have income on the top of profit loss, or your expenses are on this side. So what happens, people don't set up their chart of account correctly. And when their reports come out, which becomes a nightmare for the CPAs or, bookkeeper, like expenses are in the wrong column, or showing as income, or income is showing as expenses or liabilities. So that's why it's important to know what are your expenses, what type of income. So setting up is very crucial, and that's why sometimes I recommend it's better to get a professional, or a person who knows the accounting, to set up your books correctly, so then it can jive with the reportings and every year when you file taxes. And then expenses, this is where it's all very user friendly. You can click on each tab and let's say expenses, then you go to vendors. This is where you set up your vendors for, let's say you purchase things from all these, any type of vendor you can set up here. And this is how you prepare your 1099s also. And 1099s are for the contractors that you hire that are not on payroll and they're working for you. Once a year, you're supposed to issue them a 1099 for because they're self-employed, so they're filing their own taxes. So the only thing you have to do is prepare 1099s for your contractors. It's huge, and now IRS has really harped on this. As otherwise, if you don't file them, you get penalty, and then it's just something that you don't want to go there. I would recommend you hire a contractor, get their W-9, enter their information in your accounting software, so you can issue them 1099 every year, or once a year, which is same as a W-2, but it's for self-employed, not employee. Employee gets W-2. And then payroll. So one good thing is if you get the subscription QuickBooks payroll, then it's built in your accounting system, and it's all in one place. You don't have to worry about third-party payrolls and sending how to bring the data into your accounting software so you can have your reporting correctly. Although a lot of other third-party apps are working with QuickBooks Online, and they are sending the transactions or payroll transactions electronically, which is good if you know how to connect or where to look for. If you had a QuickBooks Online payroll, it's all in your one file and in front of your eyes. So you can add employees, you can pay your contractors right from on this tab. So this is where contractors, you add them. And when you're adding a contractor, you can send an email to the contractor. You can invite them and they can enter their W-9. So you don't have to chase people for their W-9, their information. They can enter it, they can have access. Workers' comp, this is where they look at your monthly income or how many people are working, and they can customize your workers' comp insurance per your business need. You can pay sales tax from your file if you are retail and you're selling to locals, and it can connect to a third-party app, Avalara, or any sales tax software you have. You can connect to QuickBooks Online, and it will send the transactions and calculate your sales tax per your county or city offices. Of course, you can do your mileage. This is another one of my favorite. You can add your trips per your locations you're traveling, and it gives you a beautiful report at the end of the year that you can take it to your CPA, and you have record, so you don't have to worry about writing a journal or figuring out So like a couple of years ago or a year ago, a lot of people were connecting to third-party apps like MileIQ but now QuickBooks has upped their business in the, trips and mileage. So I really like it. I have, you add your business and personal trips in here, or you can download from a CSV file. So you can import your trips. It's the next big thing in my books. And then of course, yeah, chart of accounts, you have to, once you have your bookkeeping, going and you have your accounts, chart of accounts set up, then monthly basis, you're supposed to reconcile your books, your bank accounts, your credit cards. So you can find out that I wrote checks and now they haven't been cashed, or if they have been cashed with wrong amounts, or so this gives you the reconciliation would give you a whole picture of your finances day by day. So then you know that this is how much you're making, this is how much you're paying, things are lining up with the bank, nobody is writing fraudulent checks. This is a check and balance spot that all my clients, I recommend to do that. If they don't have a bookkeeper, they should be reconciling their bank accounts and credit card accounts on a monthly basis. And then my accountant it's really, you can invite your accountant. Here is, once you have an accountant, you will see, you can share a document, you can send transactions, you can send them emails, all in one place. You can view them, you can have a record of your transactions right here and all your documents. And of course, you can add apps. And this is where I was talking about that bill.com, all your, and now recently QuickBooks just bought Constant, what is this? Constant, the CRM, they just purchased that. So that's going to be working within here. So you can send your emails to your clients and you can customize all your sales for your CRM. So this is the whole, of course, it gets really deep if you are, learning how to do banking, how to, organize your transactions, how to do your chart of accounts, how to all kinds. You can go to this sample company and learn that way. Their help is so on points, like you can type in, if you're having issue in reconciliation, you'll type in need help with reconciliation. It will show you where to click, how to, and they'll show you all other people's comments, how they were helped and which one. So it opens up a huge your personal assistant right there if you utilize this help feature. All right. I think this is all I have. And if you guys have any questions or, any snags that you have this type of business, how do I do this? Do I need this or that? Whichever, it's open for you guys asking.
Naseem, this is Mike, and I was wondering if you might be able to comment on best practices on how to establish a chart of accounts for new small businesses.
Sure. So let's say you just purchased the file, you're setting up your chart of accounts. So once you go through your setup here, you'll go, enter all these things. Once you're done here, then you would go to the usage. Like you were just telling QuickBooks what type of business you have or what you're looking to get out of it. This sample file is, of course, it's a QuickBooks Online Plus. And then, so you're gonna click on let's say you want to set up your invoicing. So you would go to the gear icon, then account and setting, go to sales, and you'll set up all your options that, let's say I want to do net 30. I don't want to charge shipping. I can print later, delivery method, you can send later or print later, but it's email option is always there. So once you set up your data or your needs right in this account and settings, then you come to expenses. That's where you would check on all these requirements that you know that you need. Once you set up this, it would go automatically. It sets up a generic chart of accounts, which is going to look like this. You have your checking account, savings account set up, then accounts receivable. This is all generic, and all companies get this right away as soon as they set up. And this is where you can, as you can see, this is a sample company, so you can print this or see that what kind of, how the Arizona department, they're paying liabilities, which is their sales tax payable. So you can set this up for your company by editing. So you're not changing any account types because you want a sales tax payable. You're just changing the name. Let's say you are in Virginia, so you can say Virginia Department of Revenue Payable. So you can set this up, save and close. So that would be your personalized chart of account for your type of business. This is how, and then, if you are partners, then you know that you have to set up an equity account called owner's draw or owner's distribution. So you can name that per partner's name. So anytime you take a draw out, you always categorize that transaction to this chart of account. Anytime your partner is taking out draw or distribution, you put that. So you're basically customizing your chart of account right in this area. And the easiest way is to just copy it or just edit and put your description the way you want to see it on your profit and loss statement. And then it has all types of incomes. This Craig's landscaping is using, but of course it's going to be per your business. So whichever type you want to track on your profit and loss, say I have services and then I have labor, I charge people for labor. So you're going to customize that right in these different categories. Then same with the advertise, all the generic expenses. You have automobile expense, you pay for fuel, bank charges, any types of fees, description, subscriptions. You have Dropbox or you have Google Suites or any business related expenses you're paying on a monthly basis. You can set up in the chart of accounts for that. You can set up, as many chart of accounts you have, and charges, utilities, all these are usually they just give you a generic one, but you customize it for your needs right in this section. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you, Naseem. And just one quick follow-up. I noticed on the, as I was experimenting with creating an invoice form yesterday, there was a line on an invoice called a tag.
Yes.
And that I was just wondering if you might just shed some clarity on that, on the use of that line and tags.
Yes, so that is, let's say you want to track a certain type of income or anything. Let's say down the road, you want to see if you sent how many invoices or how much money you made from certain things. and you just want to track that and it's out of the norm reporting. So what you do, you make a tag, call ABC, whichever you want to name it, and then you can do a reporting on that certain tag just for your viewing purposes, and you can track that. So that's a new beside the classes and location, they came out with tag where it's so personalized that you can just track it like, okay, I send these 100 invoices to company ABC or, street ABC. I wanna tag this to ABC. So down the road, I want to see how many specific invoices I send to this company. So then you can click the tag and you can, let's see, I'm going to try to find this system. Oh, that's the right here. List. Under list, you can find your tags. It will give you money out, money in this certain tag that you develop or you created. Hopefully it made sense.
So I have a quick question.
Sure.
I used to use Quicken Property Manager,
Uh-huh.
and then they started changing, so I kind of lost that feel for it. And I was wondering how this compares to, I guess, Quicken Basic or Premium, as far as being able to use it as a property manager for real estate, rental properties, and as a real estate agent.
Yes, so I would think the simple start would be just like the Quicken. It would work just like that. You can, add your clients, you can get your reporting, you can enter your expenses towards those clients, and that's how it would work with Quicken, because I've never worked in Quicken. That would be my best guess.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was trying to see how the switch would work.
Yes, I think simple start will get you all up and running with that.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Naseem.
Yes.
Okay, so I've already purchased the QuickBooks Online. I've had it for a couple of months now. Just trying to get a feel for it. Are any of these discounts still available without me starting over?
No. So what happens, if it's been, you purchase something for over 60 days, it's really hard to get on the discount.
Okay.
I'm sure, if you call them, maybe they'll give you some couple months discount, but the ongoing discount is only before you purchase, you get a pro advisor involved.
Okay. Gotcha. And then how about the bookkeeper online? It is something I'm interested in. Is that something that they offer any discounts for? Do you know of yet?
No, they don't have any discount, but it's usually, per your transactions or how much, requirement you have of your reporting. So it's, I think they have the set fees, but you don't have to, you don't have to have monthly. You can just whenever you need help.
Yeah, I saw that. It's initial like $500 for the startup, and then after that it's $200 a month.
Yeah,
It's something that I may use for a couple of months just to get the feel for it myself. But
yeah.
I was just curious if there are any breaks on the front end.
No, it's funny that you ask about this because we all been QuickBooks Pro Advisor and we pay our fees and, we are all self-employed or, have our own clientele or book of clients. QuickBooks just started that and a lot of people are, it's like QuickBooks is our competition now all of a sudden because we make our, living with this, but that's one thing that they're not doing. They want to just charge you monthly and get you, to use them that way. But if if you need a bookkeeper or you just need a setup, I would recommend, there are so many pro advisors, or, they can help you set up, and it's cheaper that way because they'll teach you, and I'm sure it will be helpful in the long run. So
Yeah, I am looking, I guess, for someone like yourself. Is your contact information available? Because I am looking for someone to help me set up the account. I haven't begun transactions yet, but I know that my transactions are really scattered being a new business right now, using
yes,
various credit cards and various accounts just to get going.
I had it my information on the screen. I don't know if Troy has given you the slides, or if not, I can put my email in the chat for you so you have it.
Yes, if you could please, let's check the chat.
The slides that we were given yesterday are not what you showed us today. It still has the basic 3-plan package and doesn't include that middle essential section. We would love a new copy of the slides, but
Oh,
your
yeah,
email is available on those old slides.
I see. I'm sorry. I should have sent uh, the new one. I wonder, I don't know if it would let me enter the slides here. I'll give it to Troy and he can send it. That way you all have this copy. Like, I was just recently working on it. I was like, oh, and they're changing prices so frequently. Like, I can't even keep up with QuickBooks changing their stuff all the time.
Yeah, it's probably in response to so many new business is opening, but that's pretty rough. That $500 initial within $200 a month. That's kind of counterintuitive to a small business.
Yeah, it's something that, would help your business. And of course, it's all tax deductible. So business expense is huge. But at first, you have to bite this bullet and get your accounting software in the best shape. And then you can just, it's easier to maintain, but just setting up or the first few things are really important. And if it doesn't get set up correctly, it can hours of work, like down the road, you would be, trying to fix something and it just goes all the way back, and it's a mess if you try to fix it down the road. So it's better to just, bite the bullet and pay or get your QuickBooks set up correctly.
Hi there. I am an artist and I paint signs and murals, and it's all freelance work. I'm the only person in business. I don't have any employees and have no plans on hiring any. I'm trying to decide between the freelancer option and the simple start option. I I do track everything and do everything in a notebook now. I use a couple apps to be able to track my miles and my time, like you mentioned. So that Essentials program looks nice because of the time. But
Yes.
but other than that, I think I'm stuck trying to decide between the Simple Start and the Freelancer packages.
Uh, of course, I would recommend the simple start, because right now you're doing this. I'm sure you have a vision that you're gonna get, a lot of clients, and you are sending invoices and keeping your reports and keeping your business and personal expenses separate. So, like, as people have LLC and they have a separate federal ID, and they file, 1040 or Schedule C. So how do you see yourself? The reporting you're doing, is your CPA okay with getting your Excel sheet, or how is it working with them? If they're okay and they're filing your tax return without any, hassle of giving you, and then you decide that, okay, how much time I'm spending on collecting all the receipts and expenses and the invoices, and, you're matching your bank statements with your Excel sheets or however you're tracking, then you decide that, okay, it's better to just enter into software and it does it for you, basically all reconciling once you figure out your expenses, chart of accounts all correctly. And then that's what you have to, weigh in, that which one is the better option.
This spring will be my first tax season, so I haven't done it yet. And it does feel like a headache. While I'm still very small and plan to keep the business relatively small, I don't have the skills to stay on top of all of it and feel it's best, even though I'm small, to go ahead and move to a program. While I'm an LLC right now, I would like in the next year to restructure the business as an S Corp.
Yes. So I would definitely recommend the Simple Start, because
Okay.
you can upgrade anytime. Let's say if you were Simple Start today and 6 months later you want to do Essential because now you have estimates or, more options. So then you can upgrade easily, but just to start and get the feel of it. And once you connect your bank accounts and your transactions, your invoices, it's going to be so much easier. A click of a button, you can get the profit and loss, your report, to take it to whoever is going to file your taxes. And it's better to have an auditing trail, and, because you don't want to get red flags from IRS. If you're filing your own taxes, it's good. At least you have a software that you can back it up with, saying this was connected from the bank, it came from this person, it paid to this person. And then if you hire, right now you're by yourself, but I'm pretty sure your business is going to be within 6 months or so, you would want to get a contractor or an employee or your help or, something. So it always grows from there.
Thank you.
Naseem, I also have a couple of questions just using credit cards with QuickBooks. I very rarely use cash for anything. I always try to use credit card to, get the points and then pay that off with a cash balance, later. Is that like any of an issue as far as tracking, as far as spending goes?
No, once you connect your credit card, the only thing is you just, when you're putting your chart of accounts, your expenses into QuickBooks, you just make sure any personal expenses, you just code it to, or put it towards your owner's draw. So then once, if it's paying from the cash back amount, so whatever, then you would just say owner's draw. So instead of
Okay,
paying from your personal expenses, it's just, that's how you're paying your business expenses.
gotcha. Okay.
A matter of fact, I always recommend my clients to have a credit card, because it gives you cash flow for your, business by not touching the bank account for cash all the time. Plus you get points that is your money to, to go out to eat or go on a vacation when that's the next big thing these days, to have these points on the credit card.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have quite a few friends who I just advise when it comes to financials, use credit card to get the points, use the 0% interest, just to keep the cash flow
Oh yes, that's
decent.
awesome.
Naseem, I was wondering, what's the normal cost for the setup to get someone to do the setup for you?
So usually it's by their, each person's hourly, whatever they want to charge. You would talk to say myself, I would come in and look at your files and see, okay, this is the setup, and usually somewhere between my guess, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know other people, but usually 250 to if you have like 4 bank accounts and reconciling. So just the setup, just setting up your chart of accounts, ideally would be somewhere between 250 or 300. Shouldn't be
Okay.
more than that, but of course, everybody's different and how much they want to charge.
And then I did just email you with very similar details to that. Now, if it is just personal credit cards that we were using to start the business, is that something you would list on the chart of accounts initially, since they're going to be falling off later?
Well, so the startup cost, usually, so let's say if you use your personal credit card, you would put those expenses for business.
Mhm.
And when you pay those, either you pay from your business checking account, or if you were paying out of your personal, then that would be going as owner's draw or owner's distribution. So that would show on your reports that these were all business expenses, but owner paid out of his pocket.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I've used a hodgepodge of credit cards to start my business, and the expenses are adding up. I just wanted to make it as easy as possible to clean up.
Yes.
But I guess I'll touch bases with you later offline. I did email you just to see, about working with you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Don't know if any more questions, but it's pretty. I think that by having the sample company would answer so many questions, and for you guys to get the feel of this software, I'm glad that you were able to look into it and see it for yourself. That's the best part of this QuickBooks Online. They let people check it out before, and then anytime you open a new company or get a new file, they give you 30 days trial. So it you can try it out. If it doesn't work out, you don't have to get the subscription on a monthly basis.
It was very helpful. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I've never
Yes,
seen
thank you.
the testing feature where you can click through everything with the Craig's landscaping services. That's crucial to be able to test first.
Definitely, I'm glad.
Good. All right, folks. Well, I know Dawn did the introduction. I didn't really get to introduce myself. I'm Troy Boner from the ODU VBOC as well. But thanks again, everybody, for showing up. Thank you, Naseem, as always. We're very grateful for you for doing this, taking your time out of your day, and doing this class for us. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. You guys have a wonderful Christmas and enjoy your holiday breaks. And it was a pleasure to showing you guys the QuickBooks Online services.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks, Naseem. Happy holidays.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.